he does eventually tend to aggress, right? So he defends, and he waits for you. But if you outpatient him, he's willing to make the first move. That can be a blessing or a curse. Let's see what it is in this set as we get into Leon versus Orion Game 1. We're heading into onto Battlefield.
Onto Battlefield, yeah, in the first winners semifinals, the French match, as we talked about.
Got the jump.
Started,
got
and
the
jump is already gone. Has the side B or a good angle on the up B. Is going to make it back to the stage, and it is currently Leon being in the advantage, kind of playing that initiative game with these great Lucina disjoints. Oh, but that is a whiff up B. Not the biggest punish, but it is still just a tiny bit of damage he gets on the board. But Leon looking so covering with all of these options, gets a forwarder in as well, and instantly Oryon is at the ledge again.
Oh, look at how back and forth. This is 85 on Wolf, 70 on Lucina. Now Lucina on the ledge. What is the ledge trap? The auto cancel back air, and then the laser just to kind of like say, hey, you got to stay static here. You cannot be moving out of the corner like that. I'm ready to cover it. And now we're starting to look towards kill percentages as both of these players are nearing 100 plus, and there it is, Leon with the excellent whiff punish. Oryon overestimating the range of that get-up attack a little bit.
Oh, okay. Interesting option there. Waits it out, and no air dash coming in for Leon, so that back air is just going to send him out of there.
Actually, no, the up throw back air is a confirm at certain percents. It's just really tight. We don't know if it was a confirm there, but either way, Oryon finding the right play, and back and forth is the name of the game. Again, both around 40. Now Leon finding the grab, fourth throw gets the eye well, and Oryon finding a nice blaster into the tech chase. Big nair, big juggle here too. Of course, one of Lucina's main weaknesses is that floatiness, the struggle to get back to the ground, and Oryon making great use of that weakness. Look at the chases, even going for the side B, a little bit cheeky there.
Oh, but he gets it. I love Oryon's movement around the platforms right now. He's been being so smooth into jumping, dashing back a bit, trying to find the space he is in, and his movement is so good that he can just keep up with Lucina's general really good air mobility and air control. But now it is Leon with one stock left. Oryon looking in a very good position right now to take this first game, but it is still Leon. It is still Lucina. Very consistent character once he gets in the right position.
Oh yeah,
Oryon,
a singular gimp is enough to change the name of the game. But so far, Oryon staying cool, calm, collected. The roll into a double roll to mix up the empty land jab to ease all over Leon right now. Calls out the roll in with the spacing, but the blaster barely did not catch it. And look at Leon punishing that one singular mistake.
Yeah, that's the consistency I was talking about. Once she gets one hit in, it is basically very good for her to just keep on wailing on her opponent, keep him in check. But right now he has to do it a little bit more. 73% is not the end of the world, but it is going to be a point where forward air, back air, or even just a back air off the side of the stage is going to be enough. Tries to get it. Shield from Leon being smaller and smaller.
And the floor is not lava, but these platforms are, with the way that Oryon is pressuring it with the auto-cancel back airs. The up smash is not connecting. Had the right idea, had the right reaction, but a little bit off on the execution. And now he's looking for those back airs. He knows Leon, very aerial-based characters, wants to dominate that air with the back air. Even turning around, kind of showing, hey, I'm willing to back air here. Don't you dare jump. Don't you dare jump. And Leon jumps anyway, and he makes it through.
He had the right spacing for the forward tilt, and it would have almost definitely taken the game, but he just waits it out a bit too long. Tries to go for the up tilt, and that sadly doesn't work out. But now Lucina in the driver's seat.
Yeah, talking about gimps. This would be the opportunity. Leon is looking for that solid hit to push Oryon off stage. Does make it through all of these ledge traps. That's a big deal. Nice.
Yes. Sneaks through the neutral air, gets that back.
That does not happen often. That does not happen often. But Oryon kind of seeing, hey, you know, Leon is landing. Yeah. Let me go over the landing and then land on top of you instead. Yeah. And that is that floaty versus fast fall privilege, right? Yeah, you're a fast faller. You can see them land. You can set up your own landing pressure on their landing. It's hard against Lucina normally because most of her areas are sweeping, right? Exactly. So you cannot really jump over forward air or back air, but the neutral air, right? So neutral air on one hand, you know, it's not very vertical, right? No. But it does have a lot of horizontal range. Exactly. It's active for a long time. So it's kind of like that double-edged sword where it has better coverage, but it's weaker to call-outs.
Yeah, exactly. And then one thing that is actually kind of the point where you can hit her, like it's kind of diagonally, and when she's front-facing her head, basically isn't covered. Yep. Yeah, and that's where you hit the back air at that point.
Gotta watch your dome, as Yipes would say. Let's get into game number 2, small battlefield. I mean, Leon definitely loves his dual plats. And so far, the up smash, little bit of an inconsistent hitbox right there. But Leon gonna laugh it off, continue to pressure right here, tries to pressure, you know, continuously, and does make it happen. Oryon barely whiffing the side B there.
Yeah, he got back to the stage, kind of really wanted to punish that, but instead got punish himself. And oh, that's no double jump there. He's going to catch out the air dodge, and that should be basically it.
No way!
Counter!
That counter did not work. Leon with the biggest brain, but it was to no avail. Orion making it through by the skin of his teeth, and now it's all about finding that momentum, right? Is Leon going to find the hit after hit like he's doing right now, or will Orion find that lucky break? The combo starter, ooh, but the dual plat again coming in big for Leon, just being able to air dodge there. Another combo starter for Orion, chasing him down. Time and time again. Look at the percentage racking. 67 on Lucina, but the DI.
Yeah, he didn't have double jump. Oh, he goes for it anyway! That was such a good trade for Orion, deciding I won't go back to the stage. I'm going to just make sure that you don't get back either, sacrificing himself and getting the stock from Leon himself. Good from Orion.
You know it was intentional because he had to reverse the up B too, but
no!
not like this. The momentum gets stuffed out, and Leon, after a heartbreaker now, gets a lucky break instead. And so far, the momentum this game has been entirely in Leon's favor.
Yeah, it has been in Leon's favor entirely. Orion gets a snippet of his presence in every now and then, and once he does, we get big damage in. But every time Leon gets something in,
no jump, no jump, but the counter was still active.
Okay, Leon barely surviving that. Could have been the end of it, but a great counter to get back to the stage. Still 95%. Could be a dash attack to get him out of there.
And Orion still so calm, cool, and makes the read happen even after the SD, even after the tragic first stock. He's still keeping his composure, which is very impressive. Seeing the way that Leon is dominating the game, dominating the neutral so far. Look at the ledge trap. Like I said, has been working on that a lot. And the method to the pressure is very, very well thought out, very well structured. Look at that. Even when dashing back, knows how to continue to pressure. The neutral air, no jump, I think, for Orion. And that chase is going to be it. And like we said, it's back and forth. 1-1 right now for these players. Both playing very like fundamental characters, right?
Nothing really like strange or gimmicky or something. It's just hits, combos, conversions, ledge traps. That's basically the name of the game.
Yep.
Now, one thing I'm getting really afraid of is Orion has been air dodging to the ledge a lot in this last game, and that down tilt forward smash can catch him off guard at one point if he missed that air dodge timing. And then he probably doesn't have a double jump, and he's just dead at that point. If you look at how effectively Leon has been edge guarding for us, it was kind of unfortunate, but it's kind of a tricky thing to do constantly. Leon should have taken has taken a mental note. He is going to try and do that. Let's see if he is going to adapt to that in game number 3. He is 1-1, won the last game. Going to go back to Battlefield.
We are actually going back to Battlefield, even after Orion looked so strong there. I mean, it makes sense. It helps Lucina a lot with her landings, but at the same time, it helps Wolf a lot with his landings as well. You know, all the airspeed, he can decide between all 3 platforms every time he double jumps, which is huge. So far, though, it's just mostly going to be combo game. The jab actually gets used with the tech chase. Very creative. Leon, very, very aware of how far he can push his character. Gets the grab here, too. Chases down, almost gets the frame trap on the air dodge, but Orion makes it back to the ledge, but it's just not enough. Leon just keeps the pressure on every single time.
He gets back to the ledge or back to the stage, and he instantly gets back to the ledge again. Now there's the air dodge you're going to talk about. Doesn't have a double jump.
Leon, he's coming to his own, just dominating performance, stock after stock in his favor right now. It's up to Orion to find the right adaptation, and I think it's gonna be mostly about like the neutral hits, right? Because I feel like the way Leon is opening up neutral, Wolf can be a lot more retreating to kind of bait out those jumps, and then Lucina stuck in the air, and then like we talked about, we have that like fast faller versus floaty dynamic. So far though, Leon having none of it, just dominating these situations, and like you said, Orion just sometimes getting making his presence known, right here and there, and when he does, it's in a big way. That back air is exactly what he needed. 51. I mean, it's not 50% lead, 60% lead, not insurmountable.
But to be fair, the times he has been given quite a lot this set by just catching a double jump here and there and setting him up. Say Leon just trying to finish it out is going to instantly land into a combo. Now let's trap here for Orion, but kind of sloughs it up with a forward air.
He was greedy. I mean, that forward air could have gone into back air, down air, right? So it would have been huge. But do
you want to risk that at that point?
Exactly. Leon making sure he does not get caught by that and punishes beautifully on the overshoot Wolf Flash. Nice mix-up by Orion. Haven't seen it much so far, but Leon ready nonetheless. Like we said, these players know each other. They have a history. they are, they're very intimately familiar with each other and each other's characters. So let's see how that plays out.
Now Oryon is trying to find a neutral opening just to get the second stock of Leon off the table, but Leon being so defensive. Oh, the up B is a bit greedy there.
The chases.
The chase.
Ooh, barely missing, but he does confirm. And again, we see like a 50-something% lead.
Did I
say 50-something? I meant it's a full stock lead, a full game lead. Leon finding a 2-1 set count in this top 8. Very, very critical right here because it means, like you can drop that one game, still go back to your own counter because Battlefield was Oryon's counter. Right?
It was.
So far, Leon is guaranteeing that extra little bit of leeway.
The thing I was surprised about is the times Oryon caught Leon out. It was usually when he was moving between platforms, not necessarily when he was making a jump or something.
The run-off back airs.
He caught him a couple of times by just moving between the platforms, and that is the thing he excels at. And that's kind of a thing he picks Battlefield for, I presume.
I think
We're gonna go to town, so that's gonna happen a bit as well, but less prevalent. It is still town against Wolfbacker, so
it is town against Wolfbacker. That is true, but I mean, both of these characters prefer to kill horizontally. So in that sense, it's a double-edged sword. I think between these two, you more often see Wolf kill vertically because of that up smash. So that could be what Oryon is looking for here. Let's figure it out. Game 4 on Town and City. Haven't seen this stage a lot so far. Really interesting to see what these players are going to do with the platform layouts. Leon again starting off strong, no 2-frame attempts, just sets up the ledge trap, the up air, the double up air, finds a lot of hits, but Oryon breaking through, a little bit lucky, but makes the best out of the situation, which is the most important part, right? Anyone can get lucky, but you have to control it when it does occur, and Oryon doing that beautifully, making the most out of that situation. And now a little bit of a lead, but again, these neutral interactions have just been going Leon's way a lot of the times.
It's like Oryon constantly has to climb that stair, and Leon is just sitting on the top there, being ready for everything. Now, Town and City doesn't give him more space to give him more variability, just to climb that ladder and see what he can get away with. But Leon being so strong, if he gets in the position he wants to in that mid-range where Wolf also wants to be, but that forward air, for example, is not as safe as most of Lucina's aerials. So they have been getting punished by grabs, by the up B, and then they're almost sending him out of there to 100. But the air dodge read is going to send him out of there. And while Oryon looked good in the first spot, Leon caught up to him.
For sure, the backer though, like you said, Leon sitting on the throne, but Oryon always finds some sort of way to sneak in to get there and to deliver the poison. And in this situation, the back air, exactly what the doctor prescribed. Leon though, we're back to the neutral. That means that Leon is in control, finds that air dodge to the ledge that you mentioned before and capitalizes on it beautifully.
Oh, and this is a very bad situation for Oryon. Is 2 stocks behind.
Tournament stock.
Currently, Leon still taking most of the neutral interactions.
Yeah, winner stock more than anything. At the moment, he cannot lose another one. Leon, though, he's looking to take it. He feels the momentum. He feels the tides shifting. I mean, they've been in his favor ever since that first game, and he's pushing. Oryon finding some trades, but you don't want to trade when you're behind. When you're behind, you gotta find a decisive place. There it is, the back air, exactly what he needs. The forward tilt to cover as well. Ledge trap.
Okay, he's going to try and safely avoid that neutral. Oh, gets caught on the platform, rolls backwards. Could be very bad. Is going to safely recover there. Gets the roll read in the ledge, though. Leon right now looking to finish it off. Gets another air dodge with no punish this time. But that for sure would have been punished by forward air. It would have been the end of it, but back air is going to punish that grab. Last stock for both these players. Now, if Oryon gets one of those great interactions he has been having and a big combo, this could be the end of it. But Leon, looking so defensively right now, is going to try and close it himself.
I'm feeling it build up.
47
on Leon, and he hasn't answered yet. Then no grab there either, and Oryon just decisively getting the grab. A little bit of a hurt box shift by Leon using that down air. So far, not getting the ledge trap. That's a rare drop, and Oryon is going to make the most of it. Looking at the back air, gets hunted for. Leon finding some sort of way to get through, and again, he's just not hitting Oryon.
No, Oryon kind of goes in his way where he's playing very patiently, but in his way. And Oryon is trying to make that comeback 100 and he finds the backer!
Oryon putting Leon into lockdown, a 0-to-death comeback.
That was one of the longest 0-to-deaths I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that wasn't just a crazy read. It was a constant string of outplay after outplay, coverage after coverage, the right read at the right time, and Oryon just blends it all together beautifully, making sure that this goes to Game 5. And the momentum, again, I have to talk about the momentum. It's going to be in Oryon's favor.
At this point it is. He has to survive a counter pick. We're going to go back to Battlefield, though. Both these players have won there, though. But most of the time, it's basically been Leon getting more caught out here while moving between the platforms, but the most of the neutral interactions have been in Leon's favor. So this is going to be Game 5 here on Battlefield. Winner semifinals, Oryon versus Leon. Let's see who is going to take that set home. Is going to be the throne sitter Leon, or is Oryon going to make a great comeback like the last game? Try and finish it out.
He waited for the up B? That's crazy. That's how you know these players know each other. These players know each other, because who would wait for the up B there?
It's like some mentalist stuff.
He's just he's just in his brain, using the air dodge to sneak behind. And sneaky is exactly what Oryon is. Just finds the right move at the right time.
I love that, by the way. He does the forward throw and instantly just wastes to see what Lucina's doing while standing at a space where forward throw could potentially take something. And that basically puts all the pressure on Leon to do something. Like, he knows he is in a good position.
Leon was looking for that. You know, he was ready for the normal get, but a little bit off on the execution. Gets attack here. Awkward situation with the single hit up Bs, but Leon getting the best of it. Ooh. Gets punished there, and now, for the first time in a while, we see Oryon looking extremely strong. Has the tech, still pressures, but the pressure gets broken. Leon with his own break, 140 on both. Early up B, into the counter. The width is going to get punished with death, and now Leon, by just barely eking that out.
It is looking a lot more stressful than in the last couple of games. These players are kind of tightening up and want to get something up, but now Leon is just letting Oryon stay on this platform. If you're Holiday there, and instantly 63% being unanswered by Oryon.
What a momentum shift. What a momentum shift. Leon going for it all, but Oryon saying, no, sir. I still got the mix. He's looking for the roll, looking at the dash in, dash out, just baiting it out. Leon staying cool, calm, collected, finds a forward there, doesn't overextend this time, just goes for the ledge trap. We've seen him succeed at these so often, and I see what he was going for.
Yeah, I see it, but that up B at that percentage, it basically would have meant that you died instantly if Oryon just punished it correctly. But the no tech is going to get caught out by Oryon with down smash, and almost, he's up to entire stocks, has to find something quickly, because this game of Battlefield, Oryon has
the up around. The coverage. Leon just knows exactly what Oryon wants to do. Hits him before he can drift away.
Now is going to try and get something off the ledge. Is going to get out of it with the attack. Another up B going to get punished by Oryon. But the force smash going to get dodged by the air dodge.
Hard situation right here for Wolf to get out of. Gets tagged on the hang, but no big reward afterwards. Uses the air dodge, finds a nice nair, but no jab mix-up this time. Leon has grown wise to the ways of the Wolf. Finds a good punish of his own, and now 140 on Oryon. This would be a miracle if he manages to make this happen.
To be fair, we have seen last
We have seen the miracles. We have seen miracles.
But then he first has to take this stock, because currently Leon's sitting pretty close. The reversal!
He went to the right! Leon advancing to winners finals here at VCA in a tight, close, exciting, scary Game 5. That could have gone either way.
That's kind of the difficult thing of commentating these matches with these explosive players. Like, oh yeah, he's looking so good, and then suddenly Oryon just like 5 conversions after each other, and
he just gets exactly the hit he needs. And it's just it's crazy how these players keep their composure, especially like Leon, right?
Yeah.
We saw him get that the reversal up B when he had that guaranteed KO, and immediately after, you know, Oryon SDing and just picked it up so well. And both these players just kept fighting regardless of these circumstances. Very well done by both. I'm looking forward to seeing more from both of them.
A thing that I really noticed just now is that the difference between